Hey, good morning, dear ones. Robert Brzezinski with you. Today is the 7th of April, 2020. I saw a great meme yesterday. From now on, every day is going to be referred to as this day, that day, the other day, next day, tomorrow, or yes, something like that's where we're at, right? And we don't have to lock in to all of the negativity and truly all the bullshit that's going on out there. I'm grateful you're with me now or on a recording. Either way, every morning, 8:15 Mountain, we're here praying, bringing in friends and colleagues, great people. Today, I've got the amazing Ken Ludwig with me. For those that are on Facebook, if you don't know Ken and his stream and what he does, well, we're going to talk about that a little, and you're going to want to when you hear this man pray. So, good morning, Ken. Welcome.
Morning, Robert. Thanks for having me. It's a pleasure to be here.
Yeah, absolutely. Glad you're here. And you can catch up with Coach Ken at Facebook. His one of the easy ways is facebook.com/Coach Ken Ludwig. And if you look in the description of this video, you'll see some other links to some of his other pages because Ken is quite prolific on Facebook. So, all right. Do remember that this show is live every day, twice a day, 8:15 in the morning Mountain Time and 8:15 p.m. in the evenings. I guess, well, that's redundant saying p.m. and in the evenings. We were talking about that in the green room. But anyway, 8:15 p.m. Mountain Time as well. And if you'd like to get your prayer requests either into the show, or if you'd like me to pray on your request privately, please send me an email, revbriz@spiritevolving.com. Or if you'd like to set up a phone call with me specifically, we can set up a quick phone prayer at some point. Make sure you get that vibration up and raising. So, well, Ken, welcome aboard. I ask pretty much everybody that comes on the same question. In the midst of all of this, what's in your heart? What's been your prayer requests?
Wow. In the midst of all of this, I think what's in my heart more than anything is this is an extraordinary opportunity for us to give to one another, for us to serve and support one another. It's so many people out there seem to be confused, seem to be in fear. I absolutely, now this is, you'll probably get pushed back or I will or something. I don't see the panic and the hysteria. I just flat out don't see it. And you and I are of the same kind of political stripe, and the only place I really see that is where it is being purposefully pushed out there by people to the other side of us. Too political. And from the very top of our government, which obviously we know. But that's where any sense of hysteria or panic comes from. But I do see the fear, and I feel the fear. The fear is real. We're living in a time where there is this thing out there that is invisible, that is non-discriminatory. It comes for whoever it comes for, whenever it comes for them, and that can create a little bit. That uncertainty creates fear almost in and of itself. Just the uncertainty makes for fear. So my thought is always recently about how do I love into existence what I want to experience? How do I love into existence that sense of togetherness and oneness between me and my fellow beings at this time? It really is. I'm sure you're doing this yourself, Robert. It really is a great opportunity for those of us who have what we refer to as maybe an important spiritual practice. It really is a time to lean into that. Lots of meditation, lots of prayer work, lots of reading, lots of journaling or writing, taking notes, whatever. Lots of that to just go deeper. Always one of my favorite expressions was, people would always say, you got to go deeper. And I was like, what the hell does that mean? Right. And then one day, for me at least, it occurred to me that going deeper is really nothing more than do it longer. If you want to go deeper with your meditation, then instead of meditating for 20 minutes, meditate for 40 minutes. Chances you're going to go deeper are pretty good if you give yourself more time to do it. So yeah, that's a long-winded answer. That's my that's my inner minister. but that's it. It's a time to just give, to love one another, to support one another. I love in our spiritual community where there's a certain group of us, the practitioners. You've got my R.Sc.P up there. I'm a religious science practitioner, and the practitioners are taking a page or pages of the names and phone numbers of congregants and just calling them and checking in on them. And I have now taken that a step further, and I'm doing that with old friends, people that I haven't talked to. Or I randomly called somebody the other day, a guy who I really love and respect. I don't think I've ever said those words out loud to him before until the other day. I just called him up, and he was flabbergasted and flattered, and in the end, very appreciative of just that touch, that reaching out and communicating with one another that, yes, I love you.
Good.
Yeah. Anyway.
Cool. Perfect. You're sounds like you've been watching the prayers, because that you are speaking to themes that I hear coming through again and again and again and again. And really, we are all in this. Now is the time to double down on our spiritual practices more than ever. And I've been sharing that with a lot of people, right? If your spiritual practice normally includes a quick 5-minute prayer in the morning, well, then double down and do an extra 5 minutes of journaling, or do an extra whatever it is. And that's a big part of what this is all about. I started this as an irregular prayer practice. It quickly became regular, and it quickly gave me an opportunity to connect with a lot of people that I'm generally, quote, too busy to spend the time with or to connect with. And this avenue. So, folks, we're going to get praying here. This is called Share a Prayer. I'm going to let Ken start the prayer. He'll take it wherever God takes him, wherever Spirit moves him. And then at some point, he'll hear that little voice that says, okay, pass that over. And he'll send it over my way. I'll wrap it up, and we'll kick us off into the rest of our day. So, Ken, please take us away.
Sure. So, the proverbial deep breath and close your eyes, folks. Get comfortable. Lean into this time together where we can just simply know that there is that one consciousness within which we are all participants, and know that in that consciousness right now, we are just kind of sending up a good thought, a prayer, an acknowledgement that there is only that oneness, that overarching creative intelligence of the universe is expressing itself right here, right now, in, as, and through each and every one of us, and all of our experiences and all of our circumstances. God is in it all. God is experiencing itself by expressing itself as all of our experiences. So knowing that and just leaning into that, I simply allow this day to unfold for each and every one of us as harmonious, with ease and grace, to know that every single circumstance, every situation is contributing to the next highest and best vision of ourselves, who we are, who we came here to be, what we came here to do, and to recognize that in that sense of doing the best, being the best that I can possibly express as, that I benefit all. The old idea that a rising tide lifts all boats. Consciousness is the ultimate rising tide. So in this moment, we just all step into that space of lifting consciousness, raising that tide, and lifting all boats into that next highest vision of the greatest yet to be for all beings. A world that works for everything and everyone, meaning all beings. A good friend always says, the creepy crawlies included, all beings. Absolutely experiencing the greatest experience of life that we can possibly have in this moment. Knowing that to be absolutely true for each and every one of us, I just simply pass this prayer.
Yes. And I'm in that same vibration, that vibration of knowing the oneness that's radiating through all life, that's expressing through all life. Every creepy crawly, every winged creature, every furry creature, every two-legged creature. Each one a unique expression, each one bringing a divine set of gifts and skills and talents, each one absolutely vital to the evolution of humanity on planet Earth and beyond. That's what's happening here, the evolution of humanity. And it happens through our consciousness. It happens through the consciousness that is brought forth into form. So what I know is, I know that God is forever moving through and as my life, through and as your life, through and as all life. And in that, we are moving through a time of weirdness and craziness and discord and dis-ease, if you want to see it that way. But what I know is I know all of that are labels the human places upon the experience. There is no discord in the mind of God. There is no dis-ease or disharmony. There is no separation, no detours. In the mind of God, we are moving through this absolute perfect evolution, this through line of experience and beingness. And so on the human level, I have that choice, the choice to see the human, to focus on the ugly, to focus on what, quote, is wrong, or I can turn my gaze and focus on the good. And I find that in these times, I am in this constant choice, focus on that, focus on the good, focus on that, focus on the good. I choose in this moment, and I claim for each one that hears these words, they own their deep inner choice to see the good, to recognize God at the center of everything, no matter what the appearance is, to recognize the divine operating through everything. The people I agree with, the people I don't. The people that shout from the hilltops and the people that are in that still, quiet space, all still part of this thing called life. So I am in a place of absolute gratitude for the revelation that is happening, for the good that is coming forward, for this new revelation of human life, of humanity on the planet. Most especially, I'm grateful to know that God's got this, that God's on the job, God's got its hands on all of it. See, it's not truly I that does this work. I truly don't do any of this. It's all God doing this work. Bringing about the conditions, bringing about the healing, releasing the conditions, bringing about the next. So I am in that place of true gratitude to release this word into the law that has already said yes, the law of God that is moving all the pieces and all the parts and bringing forth this grand new vision for humanity. I am grateful. I release this word and I let it be. And we affirm this truth by just saying, and so
it is.
And so it is.
Excellent.
Oh, so good to be with you, Ken. Remember, folks, you can catch up with Coach Ken over on one of his Facebook pages. Now, Ken is pretty prolific over on Facebook. You've got a Vibrant Aging page, which I'm personally resistant to joining. I still live in denial sometimes. But you've got your personal page and your coaching page. So all of those are in the description of the video, folks. It's please catch in and check out what Ken is doing. We've got a few things going on as well. If you want to keep that vibration running throughout the day, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, New Thought Radio, the place for all your positively inspired tunes and all your favorite New Thought artists. You can listen in all day long, newthoughtradio.net. So, Ken, thank you so much for being with us.
My pleasure, Robert. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely.
Great to spend the time.
Yes. I have a feeling this program's going to go on for a while. So we'll get you in the rotation, get you back in here again sometime and pray with folks again. And
That'd be great.
Folks, please do reach out to Ken, drop a prayer request on his page. I'm sure he'd be more than happy to pray on your behalf.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Right on. Okay.
By the way, Roger, one thing, Robert, before we go.
Yeah.
Just real quick. Vibrant aging doesn't start when you're in your 40s and 50s and 60s. It starts when you're in your 20s and 30s. So hop on board.
Okay. Well, I'll take the 30s. Yeah.
There you go. Good luck.
Exactly. So cool. I like that. Vibrant aging starts wherever you are right now. So
Bingo.
Cool. Thanks for being with us, Ken. Thank you, everyone out in digital land, for being with us. We'll be back tonight at 8:15 Mountain, and again tomorrow morning at 8:15 Mountain as well. Have a great day. Inspire somebody out there today, and make sure you smile. Peace and blessings. Until next time. Love you.
Love and blessings, folks.